Today is Wednesday, July 17th. Very low volume in the Dow. Decliners led advances by about 2 to 1. NASDAQ had a straight down day, as did the Dow, as did the S&P 500. And that is concern about earnings. But Netflix just reported slightly better earnings than forecast. IBM was 317 versus 307. So everybody's waiting for their conference calls or to see what they're predicting for the next quarter. But these are not stellar earnings beats, just basically slightly beating the estimates. Pretty red day. That is going to bring the McClellan oscillator down to the zero or the neutral line for money moving in or out of the market. The momentum is towards money moving out of the market. Let's look at key things here. The S&P finished down 20. This trend line that we've been watching, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, proves to be solid resistance. We have not finished a day over that trend line in the past 3 days after touching it on Friday and closing at the trend line on Friday. I would suspect that this gap is tempting and more down tomorrow. Netflix and IBM will be the ones to determine that. Apple down to $1.50, support on the 8 EMA, but the Chiku span punctured the cloud and did not maintain support. So that could be more downside for Apple. Caterpillar had a miserable day, down 2.25%, losing the 8 EMA. The Chiku span is driven right through the cloud. We're down below 68.1%. So the 19th, Friday, we go ex-dividend for $1.03. So we should see Caterpillar lose $1 between now and Friday. So I am short 135 calls and 140 calls on next week basis. So they are offsetting my losses a little bit, but it looks like I'll get to keep the 700 shares, and that'll result in $700+ in dividends paid in August. GDX up 4%. So I tweeted that I now have a full position of 800 shares of GDX, but I'm going to go to 1,000 shares. I expect a bit of a pullback after this massive candle yesterday, but there's a lot of people, I've been tweeting some of them, saying that gold is the place to be. So this bullish flag or pennant that I tweeted yesterday in a tweet exchange with Trader Stewie, who was posting about GLD having a similar pattern, and that's not surprising, of course. The miners have a similar pattern to the metal itself. So we saw the breakout pattern. Pennant patterns usually break in the direction of the movement, so that would be up. Whirlpool finished up $1. Pretty strong stock, but I'm holding off because earnings are coming up, and earnings for Whirlpool are on the 22nd after the market closes. So early next week, Monday after the market closes. WDC finished flat, 51.49. So both, but it tried to move up a little bit, but it finished flat. Remember, I'm all out of WDC, waiting for a test of the 200. The Chiku span was support yesterday on the 200, and we got that little bounce. But let's look at volume. Volume pretty low. Volume higher than the 20-day moving average for volume, but 2 low days on either side. So not a lot of conviction. I don't see the 200 being supportive, and I think we're going to see WDC come down to the 200. So let's just put an alert there and say when price touches the 200 EMA. Come on, where are you? There you are. Okay. So that's it for today. Expect a down day tomorrow. Let's see what Netflix and IBM have to say. There are some pretty important earnings results coming out tomorrow. Morgan Stanley, I believe, Wells Fargo, all in tomorrow or Friday morning.